What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Black Star Podcast. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, when it comes to brothers building, we've all heard the saying from black women saying, we don't want struggle love. This video I'm about to review is going to be from JR Wisdom. Shout out to that brother. And shout out to the Duke for his editing. But, y'all, listen to this horse puckery.
Genuinely wants to know why black men make dating so difficult. They make it.
Hi, I have an answer, and it's simply because they don't have money. So I've been thinking about this a lot as it relates to my personal dating life. A lot of my friends who are black women who are in their late 20s, early 30s, who have been struggling with dating, who prefer to date black men, and have been doing it in comparison to my white peers and some peers outside of like other races, but specifically my white peers, as to why we all went to similar schools. We all went to similar schools. We all have similar educational backgrounds. We all work similar jobs. For bar, we would say we would live very similar lives, except I just oscillate in primarily black spaces and they oscillate in primarily white spaces. With that said, I think it's because white people, but specifically white also men, are raised in the way that they have generational wealth, but a generational wealth mindset, meaning that they saw their parents get paired off and married, within their 20s. They have grandma's ring and heirlooms. They have a house that they know that they will inherit. They have a mindset knowing that even if they lose their job at Goldman Sachs or in tech or whatever, that they have this sort of privilege that they know that they'll always be fine and they know that they'll always be able to take care of their family. So even though they're in build mode, they're not necessarily worried that they would lose everything. And I think that mindset is different for black men, meaning that they spend a lot of their 20s and even in their early 30s really trying to play a game of like financial catch up, really trying to get themselves established. And because they're playing that game, they play games in other areas, meaning that they don't necessarily take things seriously in terms of getting married, having kids, buying a home, starting family, because those things require money. And if you don't have it, they're not necessarily going to, just take those things seriously. And again, I was just really thinking as to like why I'm in my late 20s. A lot of my friends are in our late 20s to early 30s, and we're still like dating and on dating apps and dealing with games and all the shenanigans that come with dating black men. But then when I look at the Jennys, the Tiffany's, and the whatevers of the world, a lot of them who I have worked with or work with, why they all, ironically enough, got engaged all at 27, 28, around the same time. And it felt kind of like sorority-like, very systematic. Again, it's that peer influence around them. If they see all their friends doing the things, and this goes for men too, they're going to go do those things as well. Or if they saw their parents do it, they're going to go do it as well. And I don't think black men saw it from their fathers. And they also didn't necessarily and don't necessarily see it from their peers around them. So they don't also feel kind of that social influence to do those things, especially for black men in major cities like a New York, LA, a Chicago, a Miami, maybe even Houston. Maybe in the South, it might be a bit different. But yeah, there's more I can say on this, and I've been doing a lot of research. I'm actually going to write an article about it, just the differences and nuances between being a black woman dating versus like my white contemporaries and their dating experiences. But yeah, the one factor that it boils down to is money. And if you don't have it, you're not able to progress forward in dating.
Okay, so y'all heard the 3 minutes that this woman just literally talked, literally just kept going and going and going and going and going and going. I'm like, damn, she ain't got no chill. She just kept talking. But it's not about the money per se. It's more so about the fact that a lot of black men see that they have to build, but a lot of average black women don't want to build with the average black man, and they won't see that man as valuable unless he's making six figures. See, we always go with the fact of the matter is that a lot of black men who don't want to get married or don't want to be in a serious relationship, we always want to put that notion and narrative out, but we don't necessarily understand why these black men aren't getting married. Look at the way the community is as a whole. Look at the way the community is as a whole. The community is trash. You have black women twerking on tables, black women doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Have black women blaming black men for stuff that we didn't even do. Shout out to Brickgate. You also have black women talking down and trash about black men. So when you have all these constant things going on and on and on and on, and to the point where brothers just don't feel like investing into a relationship with somebody that doesn't want to actually do anything for themselves, it kind of puts you at a disadvantage as a sister. You don't want to build with these brothers, and these brothers go out and find a Becky that is willing to build with him, and then you get mad when that brother finds a white woman, a Latina, or a damn Asian woman. You get mad when you see that man going someplace in his life that, and you weren't there to reap the rewards and the benefits of it. Now, she talked about her white counterparts getting married around 27, 28. You want to know why they do that? Because they're not thinking that they're too young to get married. See, us in the black community, we're always talking about, oh, she's 20, she's 28, she still got some time. Let her go out there and do what she want to do. Not realizing that you going out there and being in the streets leads you into being a street hoe. Sorry, I'm saying it like that. It puts you at a disadvantage. And then when you find a man that you're attracted to, and that man doesn't want to take you serious, then you want to sit here and say, oh, he doesn't want to look at me because I'm a black woman, or I'm this, so I'm that because I'm black. It always becomes a blame fest of why they don't want to be with you, instead of you actually seeing that maybe you weren't the best choice to pick. We never talk about that, but we always talk about, oh, he don't want to date us because we're black. No, your mindset's different. You're thinking about having fun all the time instead of thinking about what really matters. And shoot, a lot of white women don't even think about marriage when they turn 28 or 29. You're starting to see that now, especially when it comes to a lot of these streetwalkers. If you want to be completely honest, because that's what they are. But a lot of these women are out there in the streets, going to clubs, partying every night. They turn 29, well, they turn 27, 28. They're looking around like, I can't find me a good man. And then they're looking around like, why can't I find a good man? And then they sit there and blame men because they can't find what they want. And then they don't look at themselves as the problem. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast. Let's pop it. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.